Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now this is a follow-up from last night's video because I didn't want to make that video half an hour long. What we did last night is we looked at all the Sword and Shield sets and where I see the booster box prices over the next 2 years and 5 years, and we left out holiday sets. So today it's about holiday sets. Now there was 5 holiday sets throughout the Sword and Shield era. It was Champion's Path, first cab off the rank, then Shining Fates, then Celebrations, then Pokemon Go, and finally, an absolute belter of a set, Crown Zenith. Now, what I'm going to do next video, which I'm hoping to do Sunday, Australian time, is basically a bit of a question and answer segment. So I'm going to ask you guys, leave me a question down below, and I'll endeavour to answer all of them on the next video. That'll be the whole video, answering your questions. Now, if there's 100 questions, I'm going to struggle to answer all that. But what I'll do, I'll sort of group them into sections, I guess, or topics, and we'll go through and answer all those. So please, leave me a comment down below. Ask me something you want to know about, and I'll endeavour to do my best to answer in the next video. I thought that would be a bit of a fun video topic. Now, again, these prices are going to be in US prices. If you haven't seen the booster box video, I'll leave a link in the description or title, whatever. I'm no expert at YouTube. It'll be in the description, I think. But again, it'll be in US dollars like the last one. So if you haven't seen that, watch it. For my Australian viewers, I thought I'd do a little bit of something in excess t-shirt on today so you don't feel too left out because a lot of things are in US dollars. So Go in excess, great Australian band. If you're from the US and you haven't heard of them, check them out. They're, when did they form? What, late 70s, probably Australia? So anyway. Long story short, let's get into it. So starting off with Champion's Path, where do I see that over the next 2 years and the next 5 years? One thing I want to make clear about Elite Trainer boxes is you should not, and you clearly should not, expect the performance that we've seen from late Black and White era boxes, XY eras boxes, and Sun and Moon era boxes. Back then, it wasn't a huge product, and quite often it was printed once. And even when it was printed once, it was printed quite low. So, you know, there was nowhere near the supply that came of it. And you've got to remember, for the holiday sets throughout Sword and Shield era, this was the main form of chasing packs. Pack per dollar ratio was quite often strong, or it was the product that gave you the most packs other than maybe some bigger collection boxes like Crown Zenith. There's some collection boxes where you get a few more booster packs. But anyway, let's start off with Champion's Path. Right now, it is 102 US dollars. In 2 years' time, where will it be? Well, this is what I think. I think in 2 years' time, it's going to be sitting somewhere around $150. And in 5 years' time, I probably see it sitting somewhere around $250. Now, my reasoning for that, look, I know there's not depth to this set. There's not. It's quite a small set. It's a really small holiday set, actually. There's not a great deal of depth to it, but there's 2 mega hits inside it. We started off with Charizard VMAX in Darkness Ablaze, and then Champion's Path has come out and hit us with another 2 strong Charizard cards. The Shining Charizard, and also, I suppose, a remake or a reprint of the Darkness Ablaze Charizard, that VMAX Charizard, which then also got some more artwork done in Shining Fates. So, and they are both 2 strong chase cards, and also the look of the box. I think out of the early holiday sets from Sword and Shield Sword and Shield era, this is going to do the best. 2 really strong chase cards, not a lot of depth, so that's why I don't see it really taking off, for lack of a better word, but it's a really nice looking box. Charizard artwork. The VMAX Charizard was like this hero card from the first half of Sword and Shield block, and it's represented on the ETB, so that's where I see it. Moving on, Shining Fates. I'm not quite as strong on this set as Champion's Path. It's currently $41. It was printed into the absolute ground. I suppose it was trying to ride off the success of Hidden Fates from Sun and Moon era, and it just didn't really quite live up to it. Hidden Fates, which was a much stronger set, banked off the back of a lot of the original 151 Pokemon, whereas Shining Fates banked off the back of a lot of the new Sword and Shield era Pokemon. Yes, we had the Charizard in there. Yes, the Skylar card's pretty nice, but other than that, there ain't a great deal worth anything in this set. Look, time in the market will help it. In 2 years' time, I see it at $65, And in 5 years' time, I might possibly see it at 120, but I even feel that's maybe a bit of a stretch. This is printed to oblivion. There's still plenty and plenty of supply around. It's going to take some time to dwindle through it. There's also people that hoarded it because they thought, it's going to be the next Hidden Fates and it'll be a good investment. I bought 2 Elite Trainer boxes and that's it. I didn't see the depth in the set. I didn't see the chase cards in the set. Yes, I wanted one for my display. And yes, I bought a second one in case I ever get the itch to open it, or, I suppose diversifying in case it ever rocketed up north, I could sell one off, but I don't see that happening for Shining Fates. Moving along, Celebrations was the next holiday set to come out, the 25th anniversary set. Now, this was also a really small set, and then you had that throwback gallery, so to speak. You had that classic collection in there with the 3 OGs, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and the Charizard, which are nice cards. Again, the only real strong card in this set is the Charizard. It's a really small set, so when you open it, you're going to repeatedly be pulling similar cards. Currently $82 US. In 2 years' time, I think it's going to creep up a little bit, probably somewhere around 120 is my prediction in 2 years' time. And then in 3 years' time, I see it sitting somewhere similar to Champion's Path, around that $250 US mark. It's not going to follow the same trend as the 20th anniversary, I don't think. That's my opinion on it. Because what are they? I think they're about 1,200 Australian. What does that work out to be? Probably 700 US a box after, it was that price after 5 years after launch. So I don't think Celebrations is going to be that strong. But who knows? I could be proven wrong there. And this is, next one, Pokemon Go. This is the weakest holiday set, in my opinion, from the whole Sword and Shield era. Current Elite Trainer box price is $36. In 2 years' time, I really don't see it moving much at all. I think it's going to be lucky to move about $10. So I've penciled in $45, which is only a $9 movement in 2 years' time. And in 5 years, I've penciled in $100. But I'm even feeling maybe that's a touch strong. I could be a bit harsh on these ETBs. I feel like I am, because I feel like I was quite bullish if you've watched my booster box video. I feel like I'm being a bit harsh on these ETBs, but Pokemon Go, it's lacking a chase card. There's really no strong chase card, and it's lacking depth to it. There's really no depth to the chase. There's also heaps of supply. It was overshadowed by sets around it. Like, people were obviously still buying up and opening Evolving Skies and Celebrations, and it got left in this wishy-washy middle area where there wasn't a heap of demand for it. I feel like it was the wrong time to bring it out. Why wouldn't you bring a Pokemon Go set out when Pokemon Go craze was big? Bit of a strange one. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but that Pokemon Go train feels like it's already left the station. So that's, other than time in the market, I think that's the only thing that's going to save that set. Again, I didn't invest heavily in it. I only bought 2 ETBs like I did with Shining Fates. I bought a heap more Celebrations ETBs, and I bought a heap more Champion's Path ETBs, but Shining Fates and Pokemon Go, I got 2. One for the collection and I guess one to diversify. If all of a sudden they take off, you get lucky with one and maybe sell one. And final holiday set from the Sword and Shield era was Crown Zenith. And this is arguably the best set from... definitely the best holiday set from Sword and Shield era. Is it the best set? I still think Evolving Skies is a stronger set. It's hard to compare a holiday set and a main set. You don't have the booster box, you don't have the depth of cards, although there is a fair few cards in Crown Zenith, and that Galarian Gallery is just beautiful. So at current ETB price, $54. In 2 years' time, I probably see this sitting around $85, and 5 years' time in a similar place to Celebrations, around $250. The thing with this one is it still could get another reprint. I mean, look at Hidden Fates, the final holiday set from Sun and Moon era. We were well and truly into Sword and Shield block, and it copped another reprint. I suppose we're starting to eat into the Scarlet and Violet block with the 4th set out. So could it get another reprint? Yes, it still could. I think we were like the 6th or 7th set into Sword and Shield block when Hidden Fates picked up a reprint. So there's nothing to say with the popularity of Crown Zenith that it's not going to get another reprint, and that could impact these prices quite heavily. But it's a strong, strong set. It has strong chase cards, and it has heaps and heaps of depth. And pull rates are good. And even with good pull rates, the cards are still worth good money. So it's basically, tick, tick. The only cross I give it is supply. Like, it almost feels like there is a little bit too much supply. So no more reprint, I think, will be okay. Another reprint, and that's a different story. It's the last yellow bordered English Pokemon card set, and it's a beautiful one. It'll go down in history as a good one. I've invested heavily into in it. So fingers crossed it goes well. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time on this video. But again, like I said at the start, leave me some comments down below. What would you like us to do, or what would you like me to answer on the next video? Ask me something. I'll collate them. I'll group them into like or similar questions, and we'll go through and answer them. Look forward to hearing from you all. I'm Michael. This is Pokey Oz. Catch you next time.